गाइस, मेरा नाम इशिता है एंड आज की वीडियो में मैं बात करने वाली हूँ सम ऑफ द ग्रेटेस्ट अमेरिकन नॉवेल्स ऑफ ऑल टाइम एंड दे आर रिटन बाय सम वेरी प्रोमिनेंट वेरी पॉपुलर अमेरिकन ऑथर्स एंड ये सारे जो नॉवेल्स हैं दे आर नॉट फ्रॉम एनी पर्टिकुलर एरा इन द इंग्लिश इन द अमेरिकन लिटरेचर. They are like from different era. Like any further ado, let's start the video. So the first novel that I want to talk to you about is called Moby Dick or The Whale, and it is written by Herman Melville. This is one of the American classics and it was written and published in 1851. And I mean this novels like these are so great that it actually confuses me कि कहाँ से start करूँ और क्या ही बताऊँ. But it is one of the greats. This is one of the greatest American novel, and yeah, it is a bit of a heavy read. It might take you some time and some level of dedication to finish a novel like this, but it is extremely engaging. The narrative and the way it is written, it is very interesting, and So I won't tell much because I don't want to give you a lot of spoilers, but I'll just introduce the novel a little bit. So this is basically about the name of the narrator is Ishmael, and he is frustrated with his life, and that is why he decides to go on a long ship voyage. So when he goes on this very interesting voyage, so he goes on this particular ship which is a whaling ship. So back in the 1800s, the whaling industry in America was booming. So what these ships used to do was they used to catch whales. So whaling was actually a very prohibited kind of activity. It got banned later on, but it was very much prominent around this time. So people and these shipmen used to catch whales, and because whales were used to extract several products, like whale oil was used in several things of everyday life, and whale skin and all of that was used. So whaling was a thriving industry back in the day. So basically he goes on a whaling ship, and the captain of that ship is known as Ahab, who is a very interesting and peculiar kind of man who wants to catch this particular whale who is known as Moby Dick. So yeah, it is like about a very interesting sea voyage, and it is like it has got all these chapters which describes this voyage in great detail. So yeah, I won't tell anything more, so you should give it a try. This is like amazing book. Number 2 for the day is Suzanne Coolidge's What Katie Did. So this is like a very this is a classic novel. I read this book when I was in school, and like if you like reading classic novels, and also the fans of books like Little Women, and Little Women is also written by an American author, and What Katie Did is also an American novel, and the time frame is also quite similar. So this is also placed in the 1800s. Little Women was also placed in the 1800s. So What Katie Did also has the same sort of a vibe. So really about this girl who has 5 siblings. So in total there are 6 children in the household, and she's called Katie Carr, and they don't have their mother. She passed away when they were like very young, and she's the eldest kid. And so basically it is about a very American sort of a childhood, and how they have these different games that they play. They have their own theater at home, just like in the Little Women as well. Those sisters used to have their own theatrical and all of that. So same, they used to have all these games and theater and newsletters and all of that. But Katie, everything was going well, but Katie meets a very serious accident on a swing set, and that changes her life, and she becomes an invalid in her household. And yeah, so the story is all about that, how she overcomes it and all of that. So it is a great classic novel. If you like reading classics, this one is you should definitely try this one. The third novel for the day is The Great Gatsby, and it is a really popular one. I'm sure that many of you must have read it already, and it is written by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And so it is about a very rich sort of society which is based around New York, known as West Egg and East Egg. So basically, the narrator is this guy who has recently moved to a neighborhood, a rich neighborhood, like it's like a rich and upcoming neighborhood of people who have recently become rich. So he basically moves to this area, Nick Carraway, and he befriends a man known as Jay Gatsby. So Jay Gatsby basically has lots of secrets, and he has been in love with this lady known as Daisy Buchanan, who is already married to a very rich guy who lives in the East Egg side. So Egg is basically the area where old money people used to live. So yeah, it's a very interesting and tragic sort of a love story, and I won't tell much about this one because I think a lot of people already know. So it's about this tragic love story about these lovers. This novel is based in the age in the American history. So Jazz age was the time of American prosperity when people were getting very rich in America, but it was followed by a very dark event, which was the Great Depression, when the stock market crashed and the American economy was sort of in dishevel. So yeah, it is like a very quintessential novel of the American jazz age. So yeah, you should try The Great Gatsby. So I've saved the best one for the last. Like, they're all amazing, so there's no hierarchy, but this one is pretty special. So it is called Beloved, and it is written by iconic Toni Morrison. Novel is based in the aftermath of the American Civil War, and it is a great piece of African American writing. So it is set around this time when like American Civil War is over, and it centers around this specific family, which is like a broken sort of a family, and this family was formerly enslaved, and this family has a mother, and her name is Seth. She has a daughter who is called Denver, and there's also this person like the mother-in-law of Seth, who is known as Baby Suggs, and Seth also used to have two more sons, but they ran away because there was some issue in this house, because this house was basically haunted by the ghost of a baby who Seth had killed several years ago. So this was the dark secret in Seth's life, like why she killed that baby. So the reason why she killed that baby, so I think I should not tell that. It is a great piece of African American writing. It explores the psyche and the trauma and the way in slavery and the way enslavement affected lives of so many African Americans. And, this is like a gothic novel, and it is a must read. You should definitely read this novel. So yeah, these were the 4 novels that I wanted to talk about. So they are 4 great American novels, and yeah, you should definitely try these. And yeah, I'll see you very soon in the next video. So let me know if you like this video. Like, share, subscribe. Bye.